Hi, and welcome to my home office. I just wanted to touch base and give you guys a bit of a market update. It's been really busy. Everybody knows it's a seller's market, but how much of a seller's market is it going to continue through the year? Let's have a look at the numbers and I'll tell you what I think. First thing I'm going to do is shrink my big fat head here so you can see what's going on. All right, so yeah, this is as it says, it's the members dashboard. This is where I log into the real estate board. I'm going to pull up the stats. I've got this all laid out for you here. So these are the market stats. Now it's the middle of February, so these were about 10 days ago these came out. So let's talk about them really quick. January 2024 stats. So here's the general preamble to them. And some of you might have seen these already, but the heading is January sees strong sales fueled by the boost in listings. Well, there was an increase in listings, but it wasn't a big boost. And they talk about that right here in the second paragraph, if you can see that. And they're comparing it to the January 2006 inventory, which if you remember, well, I don't know if you do, but 2006 was just a crazy year. Inventories dropped off, and April 2006, I did the math. I remember it was like 0.4 absorption rate, 0.4 months. So what that meant is if there wasn't any properties listed for just 16 days, single family properties, then for 16 days, then there would be absolutely no inventory left in the city of single family homes. So like crazy market. I haven't seen it that strong in my entire career. But anyways, let's look at this and see where the inventory is and see where it was in 2006. Look at that, detached homes benchmark price, $702,000. Holy smokes. There's the absorption rate I was talking about. 1.3 months. So anything under 2 is a seller's market, and we all know it's a seller's market, but that's really nice and healthy. So let's go down to single family detached stats here and look. Okay, here we are. So single family detached, January 2024, 2023. So inventories there. Well, you can see 992 single family detached homes, as compared to 1,139 last January. Okay, let's look at it and say, okay, what's the price difference here from the last year? Benchmark price, all right there, 624,000 as compared to 702,000. So a difference of 12% increase in prices right there. So now let's zip back and go and check out that. Remember that 992 homes in the inventory, because that's what they were talking about in the stats introduction there. So let's look here. Back those. What a difference 18 years makes as far as graphics go. This looks like somebody made it with crayons or an Etch-a-Sketch maybe. So okay, here it is. Yeah, and I've got it highlighted here for you. So 1,203 properties on the market in 2006 and 992 now. So we're actually considerably lower than we were in 2006 by probably, what's that, 30% or so? So that's significant. So this market could be even stronger than 2006. Well, let's take it further. Well, let's look and say, okay, 2006 to 2007, what happened to prices then? I've got that set up here for you. Yeah, what a difference again in graphics just from the 1 year, right? So, okay, and there it is, 2007. Prices ended 2006 at 340,000. 2007 January, actually began 2006 in January at 339,000, and the 1 year later in January 2007, 433,000 basically. So about $90,000 difference, and that you can see there, they've got it figured out for us, 27.6% increase. So that's pretty substantial. That's healthy, isn't it? So the question is, where do we go from here, right? I mean, it's a super strong market, but I've seen markets turn on a dime as well. So what I do is every day I look at the stats, and I have them set up on my personal page here. I'm just going to flick to that. So you can see here, now this is my little interface that I go to when I, search for properties for buyers, or when I compare solds and stuff for sellers to work out pricing. So this is custom for every realtor. So I've set this up for myself. Nobody else has it set up like this. So I've set up this stats frame, this market watch. As you can see, it's highlighted there, and it goes back to 7 days, only single family detached. So this is all comparing apples to apples. Yeah, you can see here, new listings are 168 new listings in that 7-day period. And look at the solds. Look at the solds. They're 262. So basically about 100 more solds than there were new listings. Well, holy smokes, you can't have that go on for long, and you're just going to deplete the inventories of what's available for people to buy. So like I say, I look at this every day because I'm counseling people on where the market's going to go, and to give them the information so that they can make decisions. And holy smokes, if you're thinking about selling, you just would hit the pan while it's hot if you put your house on the market this year. And if you're thinking about buying, it's a bit frustrating. There's multiple offers on, seems like properties priced under around $850 or so. It's really busy. Above that, of course, there's not as many buyers and stuff. But if you're thinking about buying, I can certainly help you with that too. After I've been in the market for this long, I've just from experience, I know how to get properties for my buyers in multiple offer situations, whereas some other realtors just don't know because they just haven't been around as long. So anyways, that's it. I'll try and get back to you next week or the week after at the very latest. I'm going to keep on top of this market for you. Hope you have a great day, and bye for now.